So, hey guys, and we are live from Hot Springs, Arkansas. This is our first test of the StreamYard mobile app. So, welcome in. And we're here in front of the Arlington Hotel, the beautiful Arlington Hotel, almost 100 years old, and she is gorgeous. Like I said, just kind of testing out the new StreamYard mobile app. We've never gone live on mobile before, so we thought we would go live while we're here in Hot Springs and take you guys on a little tour of Bathhouse Row. So this is the park that's right across from the Arlington. Just a beautiful, beautiful area. If you've never been to Hot Springs, I don't have my gimbal, guys, so I'll try to hold it as steady as possible. Walking down Central, just a gorgeous, gorgeous day here in Hot Springs. Came up for Jeff's birthday. It's tomorrow. And so we decided to come up and get something to eat, maybe do a little shopping, just enjoy being in Hot Springs. Hot Springs, if you've never been here, is just a really wonderful little town. Lots of history here. Hey, Mike, welcome in. Can you hear me okay? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for popping in. We're in Hot Springs. Came for my husband's birthday, and this is the first time I've ever gone live on mobile, so I thought I better check it out. Can you hear me okay, Mike? Walking down Central here, we're about to come up on Bathhouse Row on the left. Most of the shops are on the right.
If you'll notice, the trees here are magnolia trees. Many of y'all know much about magnolias. They're really slow. So it's a beautiful time of year when they're in full bloom to walk down here with all the beautiful flowers on the trees.
Hey, Steamboat Disney. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. So audio's good? Thanks for letting me know. This is just kind of a check of mobile. I don't have my gimbal, guys. I'll keep it as steady as I can. Sorry about that. Thanks for popping in, Steamboat Disney. This is Central Boulevard. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Hot Springs, but it is absolutely gorgeous and worth your trip. Great restaurants here. And we're coming up on the main attraction on the left, which is, of course, Bathhouse Row. And these historic bathhouses have been here for years and years and years. They have begun in recent years to refurb them, to turn them into, well, a lot of them are still operating as bathhouses. So they've started to refurb them. This is the Superior. And this is the first one on the left as you're coming from the Arlington. Welcome, foolish mortals. Thanks, Mike. And as you can see here, you can get, it's a Superior bathhouse, has been turned into a brewery. And here's your menu. I think they have some, it says famous root beer, featured on CBS Sunday Morning, USA Today, and Southern Living. So that's the Superior bathhouse. Okay, thanks, Mike. Thanks for letting me know. Boy, do I need my gimbal. But as we walk on by here, we're going to come up on some more of these absolutely gorgeous bathhouses. William and Jillian actually got married here at Garvin Gardens, which is the park. This is the Hale bathhouse. A lot of these bathhouses were in operation in the late 1800s. And the mineral water here in Hot Springs is said to have lots of healing properties. People came from all over to bathe in the mineral water here in Hot Springs. The Hale, actually, we discovered on our last trip to Hot Springs, has been turned into a wonderful, wonderful hotel. There are 9 rooms here, beautiful, upgraded rooms. The mayor of Hot Springs actually owns this bathhouse and has remodeled it into a small hotel. Great, exclusive, beautiful, beautiful restaurant downstairs with a wonderful menu. And it is really nice. It's kind of a diamond in the rough. I'm going to do a blog on this one to get the word out on this. So it's maybe Hot Springs' best kept secret, because the rooms up there are absolutely gorgeous, especially the ones down the end here. Those down here are just gorgeous. They're the nicest of all.
Their theme, horse race theme, because Hot Springs is known for its horse races. And each spring they run the Arkansas Derby here, and a lot of people come into town for that Derby run. So if you like to wear big hats, ladies, and not dress up really nice, it's a fun time to come and enjoy the racetrack.
It really is. William, are you in the chat?
Also, these bathhouses are all owned by the state of Arkansas. And you'll see us come up on a few of these that are being remodeled. They do everything they can to preserve the authenticity of the bathhouse. The one we're currently coming by is one of those that's in a refurbished mode.
This is the Maurice bathhouse. Of course, you can go on Hot Springs website, and a lot of these bathhouses have websites of their own where you can go and read about the history of each one. They're all different. They're all unique and have their own history. And they're very unique in our country. I don't know of many places in our country that still has a bathhouse row. They are beautiful, and a lot of them, as we're coming up on, a lot of them that are going to be really beautiful and unique. The architecture is really something.
The next one coming up on, actually, the state of Arkansas Parks and Wildlife manage and run it. And it has a really good museum with a lot of good history that's involved in it. And if you just like a lazy afternoon just to sit out on the chairs and watch traffic go by and people watch, it's an excellent place to do that.
It really is. It's a great place. There are tons of great eating places. Hey, William's in the chat. If y'all have any questions, you can direct them to him. He and Jillian actually got married here at Garvin Gardens, which is the state park. Absolutely gorgeous. And this one is the Fordyce. And this is really a gorgeous bathhouse. This one features stained glass, sunroofs. It has a men's side and a women's side. And I think this one may actually still be in operation.
It is, and it's also the visitor center.
Yes, it does serve as the visitor center. So they've turned a lot of these bathhouses into, hotels, the visitor center, as you can see, so that they can preserve them. This is a state park, as Jeff said earlier. Just gorgeous. We're coming up. This is Bathhouse Row, and this is the Fordyce bathhouse. And that is a good picture of the huge, huge handmade stained glass window that's on the roof of the men's bath. It is gorgeous.
And there's several check stations along the way. If you have your cell phone, you can just do a cell phone tour and you walk up to each of these areas and gives you information about the location that you're in. For those of you who are huge baseball history buffs, Hot Springs is an excellent place to come and actually come up to the plate where Ruth batted, sit on some of the bleachers that where the fans sat to watch a lot of our historic baseball players play for spring training.
Yes, the MLB used to come here for bring its players here for spring training so that the players could take advantage of beautiful hot springs and, of course, the baths. This is the Paw Bath. As you can see, the architecture here is just stunning with the beautiful dome there. We do need a gimbal, William. We're going to get a gimbal, guys. But yeah, we thought this, we're checking out, actually, we've never gone live on StreamYard before, since they started offering that as an option going live. And so I thought this was the perfect opportunity to try it. Yeah, it's quite beautiful. This one is the Paw. A lot of the bathhouses are named after Indians who lived in this area. Again, William and Jillian married here at, isn't that gorgeous? The dome. Look at that, it is beautiful. And you can go up on the porch there and just sit in the rockers, which I love to do. We'll come up on my favorite bathhouse here in a minute. But yeah, that is the Paw. I hope you can see that. And each one of them has a sign out front that tells a little bit about it. Mike, so Gimbal and Haunted Mansion Spirit Jersey are on the wish list. Oh, I have the Haunted Mansion Spirit Jersey, Mike. William got that one for me. I absolutely have that one. I've got that one, buddy. Yeah, I'm wanting that Halloween one that they just released. They're sold out, but and I resisted. I did not order it, but if it comes back around, or if they have it when William and Jillian go to Walt Disney World in September, I'm gonna let them go ahead and get it for me. I'll break down and get it. But I can at least say that I resisted the first time around. And coming up, let's see. There are also shops lining the street here. A lot of shopping, quaint little shopping. This row of magnolias here down the street is just stunning and gorgeous. And as Jeff pointed out, they are old because it takes a magnolia a long time to get that big. They've been there for a while. Lots of antique stores, places to eat. The pancake shop here is one of our favorites. We highly recommend it. It has been featured in Southern Living and other magazines more than once. Wonderful service, strong coffee that will take you by the hand and walk you down the street. This is the Ozark Bathhouse. Again, all of these bathhouses have really wonderful architecture, as you can see. They're all different, they're all unique, and they're all in a row on Bathhouse Row. So I heard they're decorating Halloween for Magic Kingdom. I am so ready, Mike. I am so ready.
If you'll notice in the background, the building behind that is one of the federal buildings, one of the Interior Department buildings. At one time, that was
right.
As a government hospital for World War II. So a lot of historic value there, but it's still being used even to this day as a federal building.
It
And for
is.
those of you who are Monopoly players, you can win just across the street. Sometimes it's hard to find a place to park in Hot Springs, but guess what? They have free parking.
They do.
And so I
Right
suggest
here.
you take full advantage of that because it's a nice 4-story parking area, and it's centrally located right in the middle of the downtown area for the easy walk to and from. And so whenever you immediately come up out of your vehicle, beautiful fountain that flows down from the free parking area to the main street. So
It is really pretty. They decorate it really pretty at Christmas.
And you also can feel safe there too because the police station is located in the bottom of free parking. So if you have any questions there, they're very good and helpful to help with any questions you might have.
Yeah, we're so ready. I was just really bummed when they canceled Mickey's Not So Scary. I understand, I get it, but man, Mickey's Not So Scary is our favorite. I was privileged to go last September for my first time, and I just fell in love with it. It is wonderful. So we are holding out hope for the Christmas Mickey's very Merry Christmas party. Hope they don't have to cancel that. Okay, this one, guys, is pretty much my favorite, and has the big blue awnings, which I love. This is the one. You can see those blue rockers on the porch. I love to go get tea. They're Adirondack chairs, but some of them are rockers. Kind of an Adirondack rocker. You can say that 5 times fast, right? Mike, thanks for dropping in, buddy. You can watch the rest of it. Want to see the rest of the stream? I hope you're doing good, feeling good, having a magical day, Mike. Bye. Yeah, this is the Buck Staff. And I do love this one because of its beautiful blue awnings. It is closed currently. Several things are closed, but they'll get her cranked back up. Hot Springs is very, very busy. Tourist town. Again, the baseball tour, I highly recommend the baseball tour. You can look that up on the website. I think it actually has its own website too. And the baseball tour is cool because there are at each site that is relevant to that, where the guy stayed or something happened. They actually held practice fields where they held practice. There are markers, and the markers are numbered, so you can go 1 through however many, and it directs you from one marker to the next. So that's an easy tour. And I believe on the baseball website, there's actually, you can take an audio tour right from your phone, which is wonderful. This is the Lamar. Oh, hey, Wyatt. Hey, sweetie. Mimi's in Hot Springs today. Mimi and Papa are in Hot Springs.
And the nice thing about the Lamar is all your bath needs you can get here, from the robes to towels, all of your different fragrances, soaps, candles, things like that. So kind of a neat place to stop in and stock up on some things. And most of these are really reasonably priced because they're run by the state of Arkansas, by the U.S. Department of Interior. So the prices are really pretty decent. Good place to pick up some souvenirs on your way.
Since this one was completed in 1923. So this one is a newer one than most of these here. And again, the Arkansas National Park Service runs this, which is pretty cool. If you have kids who enjoy the national parks, this is a great place to come and check one off their list.
One of the neat things, and one of the things that Hot Springs is known for, is its hot springs water. So it's funny for Dawn and myself, whenever we watch people stick their hand in the water, they don't call it hot springs for no reason. They pull their hand back out and say, "Ooh, that's hot." So we get a lot of enjoyment out of watching people's misery,
Yeah,
I guess.
we go to the park and sit there. We'll take you down there here in a minute. We go to the park and sit and watch people go, "Oh, that's hot," when they stick their hand in the water. No, guys, it doesn't take a whole lot to entertain us. And here's the building that Jeff was telling you about. Here's a little plaque with some information on Bathhouse Row. And then this is did you say this is a federal building?
This is the U.S. Park Rangers building, and the federal building is behind it. That's the large building there. Yeah. We'll go up there.
This right here, that's the federal building right there, guys.
The federal building is in the background.
It's gorgeous. We'll walk up there so you can get a better look at that. There's a small park across the road here. Always a lot of people in Hot Springs. It is popular any time of year.
And Hot Springs sits in the middle of two mountains. You have the East Mountain and the West Mountain. Both of those have really good driving roads to the top of the mountain where you can actually look over the city and view it from the top of the mountain. A really neat road to drive up and down, especially if you have a motorcycle. Lots of people come to Hot Springs because they're really motorcycle friendly here. Yes, but here you'll notice is the Hot Springs National Park Administration Building.
This is a pretty building here. The fountain out front.
And if you notice, the fountain out front is exactly the same way. When they say Hot Springs, they mean it. If you notice the greenery that's on that, it's actually growing. That moss is growing in really hot water.
Yes, it is.
Every week, this water is checked for temperature and for all the minerals and things that's in it. And,
yep, it's hot. It's still hot, Jeff. I just wanted to check.
And that is done by the state of Arkansas. So many times you'll see different areas located in the hot springs where that you can actually bring your jugs, if you have water jugs, and fill them up. Here's one of the stations just to my right and Don's right, where people come unload their jugs and fill them up. The water tastes really good. And if you've never made coffee with the hot springs water, that's a kind of a treat.
It really is.
Like I said, it's not chlorinated, but it's good hot, safe water to drink.
Turn that on there,
And if you'll see, your jugs will fill up pretty quickly. But, and this water is not pumped. This is actually pressurized water that comes out of the springs here. Under the city here is aqueduct. Basically, they built a large river runs under this city, and they just basically built a canal for it to run through, and it runs into a couple of lakes that are located here. So that's another neat thing about Arkansas that most people are not aware of.
And it looks like we may have somebody pulling up to the curb to fill up with water. You want to go across, Jeff?
Let's go up here.
Okay. So we're going to go up on the mountain, up on the hill here, guys, to show you what's up here. This is just a really gorgeous place. Hot Springs is really worth your trip. It's nestled in the Ozarks. It's gorgeous. Lots of water up here for fishing or whatever.
If you want to rent a pontoon boat, it's really easy. The lakes around here have those readily available. Some nice places to eat on the lake. Just sit back, relax, and look over the lake and enjoy a good meal. Here's some of the different things that we talked about.
So really
you see the old water fountain that's here. Currently, they've got it stopped due to health reasons, but most of the time it runs continuously. And you see this building that once was a hospital is now being used for a lot of other things for the state of Arkansas.
It's a really gorgeous building up there on the hill. So, William, how's your day going, hon? Has Wyatt taken a nap yet?
So those of you who enjoy hiking, it's an excellent place to come to hike. You can
It really is.
start down at the bottom of the mountain and hike up either side of the mountain and go around it and then return back to the bottom of the mountain. At the top of the mountain is also a large tower that you can go up in and view the whole area.
I want to go back down to the park there, or back down to Bathhouse Road. What do you think?
It's a good. I was thinking, let's go down and we'll go down to the visitor center.
Okay.
And there's the forestry headquarters and the USDA. A lot of government buildings are located right on Central Avenue downtown. One interesting thing about Hot Springs, they have voted in gambling. It used to be called gaming. You couldn't say they were gambling in Arkansas because gambling was against the law. But you could game, which meant you could bet on horses, or you could play some of their video games. But now they've officially voted in gambling, and they're in the process of building a big casino and hotel out by the racetrack. One thing that's nice about it too in downtown Hot Springs is, believe it or not, the pedestrians have the right of way. So anytime you go across the road in a designated area, you have the right of way, which makes it nice.
Ouachita National Forest headquarters. Forest Service.
The visitor center located down here. Usually there's some older ladies that are in there that volunteer their time and are very helpful in allowing you to know what goes on.
How do you know they're older?
More mature and seasoned. Might be more time. But anyway, they know this area because they've lived here most of their life. And so they're really good about giving you good information. Even if it's just got a place that you want to eat in particular, they're good about that. Or if you want to know some historical facts, they're excellent in doing that as well. And as you say, Dawn's giving you one of the historic baseball trail monuments that's here.
This is a marker for the baseball trail.
And if you'll notice the self-guided tour at the bottom, you can do that on your cell phone and just by hitting that code, get all the information about this particular area.
This is great too, guys, because they have, at the place where all of the baseball players actually played, practice for their spring training. They still have the plate marked. It is, and they still have the old stone bleachers in place. The field itself is now in a parking lot, unfortunately, but they did think about marking home plate.
But at least Weyerhaeuser, who owns the parking lot and owns the area, was at least smart enough to identify it in the market.
Yes, he did. And you can go stand where Babe Ruth and Ty Cobb and all of the greats actually stood to bat for spring break or spring training.
A lot of good places to eat downtown too, and you see one there called the Hot Springs Bathhouse Dinner Theater. A really good steakhouse that's down there. One of the bars that's down here is Ham Bar, and it's probably, I don't know, glass mirrors behind it. It's just that work that they put into that. They probably got the estimated value of the bar more than the estimated value of the building, but it's that ornate. Another place that we enjoy going, and it's kind of fun. It's
Arkansas. And we have this is kind of cool. They have markers on the sidewalk here, and these are famous Arkansans. And there are names here that I did not even realize. Famous people who are, I didn't know they were Arkansans.
If you see like Jerry Van Dyke and Glenn Campbell
there.
Charlie Riggs.
Charlie Rich, Bobby Mitchell from football, Edward Durrell Stone, an architect apparently. Just some interesting. And here's another historic marker for baseball trail. See if I can get behind this tree a little bit. So there's that. And all along the baseball trail, they have those markers to tell you the importance of that particular spot. We just love hot springs. We started coming here years and years ago. It's not too far a drive for us, and it is, again, it's well worth your time. Here's the visitor center.
Governor Mike Coakley from Arkansas.
Yeah.
You might know. President William Jefferson Clinton.
There's his marker.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash from Arkansas. Everybody actually knew that. You're standing right on top of it. So, just some interesting people there. And the marquee always lets you know what's going on. And there's always something going on in Hot Springs, guys, every weekend. If it's not horse racing season, they have chili cook-offs, they have festivals, they decorate beautifully for Christmas. Christmas is a wonderful time to come to Hot Springs. A lot of things to enjoy. Highly recommend it. And we'll cross the road here and go back down Bathhouse Road. Another water station. Filling up your water jugs and bottles to take it back home with you. And this is sort of a small park just across from the visitor center. Just a shady area. You come and enjoy this pretty fountain over here and a little shade. It's not
the dogwoods down in here that look pretty when they're in bloom in spring.
It's a really nice fountain. And it is cool. It's really cool over here.
And for those of you who have a birthday in 1964, Hot Springs High School class of 64.
So, donated the park, apparently. It is there's a noticeable drop in the temperature under the shade there. Although it's not terribly hot today. Unseasonably cool in Texas right now. And I can feel the wind blowing off this fountain. It's really nice. It's really cool. I mean, temperature-wise, it's cool figuratively and literally. So we're going to cross the road here again and go back down Bathhouse Road.
How many bands, those of you that are gangster oriented,
Yeah.
they have something for you here as well.
Al Capone made his appearances here. Oh, hey, Jillian.
He actually has a room in Arlington named for him.
He does. The Al Capone room. You can stay at the Arlington in the Al Capone room. It is quite large and it's absolutely gorgeous.
And it looks right down Central, so if the law was coming, he can make his quick escape to get away from it.
That's true. Jillian, yeah, we've filled up our share of water bottles, haven't we? And this is looking down Bathhouse Road. Yes, and Jillian Jillian is saying don't forget to go to Garvin Gardens, which is absolutely a beautiful botanical gardens here, and the soapery where you can buy handmade hot spring soap. And we're just going to walk back down Bathhouse Road, Central.
And for those of you looking for a place to retire, Hot Springs Village is nearby, which has 10 golf courses on it. Lots of pools, its own library, its own doctors. It's a city within a set of gates. So if you're looking for a place to come to buy a house at a reasonable price and retire and have everything all right there at your fingertips, Hot Springs Village is an excellent place to do that.
Passing the Lamar Bathhouse, and of course the Buck Staff coming up on your right with those great blue striped awnings. And those Adirondack chairs actually are calling to me. They call my name. Go get some tea, Dawn, and come sit. Enjoy the traffic. And the people watching. Great place to people watch. We're coming up on the Ozark Bathhouse. And we're headed back up Central. And that beautiful, beautiful building that you see in the distance with the twin spires is the Arlington Hotel, which in my opinion is the gem of the Ozarks. Really, really pretty. Nice day. There's a breeze, guys. It's not horribly, horribly hot. Really beautiful day here in Hot Springs. Joy, if that's your ninja watching, welcome in. I know that you flew here a lot when you were a flight attendant, enjoyed flying in here. The airport code is HOT, H-O-T. So if you want to come to Hot Springs and fly into the little airport here, the airport code is H-O-T, appropriately enough.
Another thing Arkansas is known for is its crystal. And a lot of the shops you see here, private shops, have a huge amount of quartz in those shops, and several different colors available.
Hang on, guys. Let me catch up in comments here. All right. Oh, yeah. The pancakes. We're going to go down by the pancake shop, Jillian. Show them the pancake shop. The Paw, passing the Paw here on our right. Just a gorgeous bathhouse. All of them are. The architecture is so pretty. Again, Joy, if you're watching, I'm sure that all of this looks really familiar to you. Yeah. We're going live, guys. Again, I decided to go live because we never had gone live on mobile. StreamYard just started offering that option.
Another thing that's nice, they have bike routes, and it's easy to bike around town or to bike in the mountains. Or if you're an animal lover and like to bring your dog for a fun place to walk, it's really a dog-friendly city as well.
Very much so. Big dogs and little dogs and medium-sized dogs.
Under normal conditions, there's always music of some kind going on pretty much every night, especially the weekends.
Did we pass your house on that?
No, we haven't. Yeah. But you notice the soaperies and a few places across the road. Granny's Kitchen, for those of you that get a home-cooked meal.
Yeah, there's the soapery that Jillian was talking about. You can buy homemade soap. They have some wonderful fragrances in there. Really wonderful fragrances.
Also, your olive oils and vinegar, things like that made from scratch.
Across the,
So for those of you organic lovers, that's a neat place to shop.
It is. There's a toy store, toy chest coming up with the blue awning. I hope you guys can see that for the sun.
And the infamous duck tour. If you've never been on a duck tour, there's your opportunity to go.
Those amphibious vehicles to take you into the lake and around town.
And as you can see, there's one of the rock shops that I was talking about across the street there.
It's about rocks.
Quite a bit about some different types of rocks native to this area. And for those of you looking to be pampered, the Waters is coming up on the left. Pull up there, they'll valet park your vehicle and have a really nice restaurant and really nice hotel right on Central. So you could really enjoy the pampered stay there.
It is a nice place.
There's the Ohio Club on your left.
We have stayed at, let's see, look, the Ohio Club is coming up. I'll stop under this tree and show you that. So maybe the glare won't get us too bad. Again, the Hale, right across the street, is also a wonderful, wonderful place to book a room right in the heart of Bathhouse Road. Across the street, this is the Waters that Jeff was talking about. Beautiful, beautifully redone hotel for pampering and just a beautiful stay there. I'm sure I have never stayed there, but I have friends who have stayed and give it raves. Toy chest on the left.
And Al Capone on your right.
And Al Capone.
The car has him blocked right now, but that's the way they always identify the Ohio Club. Is Al Capone's always sitting out front.
That's right, he is. In full white suit, hat, and tie. So there's the Ohio Club with the burgundy sign.
And the music there, the house band that's there on Friday night, the guy that actually owns Ohio Club, his wife and her band play there and do an excellent job.
They
for
really
those of you
do.
like
A lot of local talent.
60s, 70s, and 80s style music.
And jazz. They have a jazz night.
Jazz on Thursday night.
All live, very, very laid back. They have refreshments. You can get dinner in there if you want.
One neat thing about the jazz club is they always invite somebody special in to play with a local band. So you never know who you're going to see that's come in to play with them on jazz night.
And yes, William, they did smuggle alcohol in Mountain Valley spring water bottles during Prohibition. They thought of everything.
And the old Hot Springs hat, if you're looking for that favorite hat or a particular hat, they're really good about having a multitude of choices in there.
And we're back to the Superior Baths here on the right. Go in there and get an appetizer and something to drink. But yeah, this is really, really a great area, guys. A lot of history here. I highly recommend if you like historical landmarks, you like historical hotels, there's none finer than the Arlington Hotel down here at the end. Down here at the end of the street.
And they do really well on their artwork here. If you look over on the side of this building, those murals. There's one that's really a beautiful Indian that's up on one of the other buildings. But
we saw that when we passed the free parking garage. So, I saw that. I forgot to mention it, but it was there. I'm sure someone noticed it. But yeah, it's really good, really gorgeous. Yes, the pancake shop, absolutely. Fresh squeezed orange juice and pancakes. You get blueberry, you can get their regular buttermilk. Great service. Small town feel. Love the pancake shop. But you got to get there early, guys, because the line forms pretty quickly for the pancake shop. I've seen it many times out the door and down the road, so down the sidewalk. So they don't take reservations, but if you get there quickly, you beat all of the tourists who don't get up until noon.
I need to put your name on the list. Early, go do something fun and come back and get a table. So that's nice.
There is a Madame Tussauds here, wax museum. which is pretty cool. I don't know how many of those are actually left open in the country, but there's that one.
And for those of you who can't make it to the pancake house, you can go right next door to the pantry and load up on the goodies.
Yes, the Pancake House also operates a shop next door called the Savory Pantry. I highly recommend their sausage and ham. And if you go next door, you can purchase both, have them wrap it up. Just be sure you bring your cooler to transport that back home and get that. Their sausage is wonderful. It's homemade. So be prepared after you eat at the pancake shop and taste some of their wonderful sausage to take some home from the Savory Pantry right next door. We're going to wrap this up pretty soon, guys, and then give you a look at the Arlington, and we will be back, as the feller says, where we went from. Let's take a little detour here to the fountain in the park first, and then we'll wrap it up. I will give you a quick look here at the Arlington, and she is beautiful and stately. We love the Arlington.
And it's currently under remodel.
It is.
So hopefully it'll be finished by its 100th anniversary.
100th birthday will be what year, Jeff?
2025.
2025. The Arlington will turn 100 years old. Just pretty impressive.
Which is the newer building. The original building that was on that site burned, and they rebuilt this one. And
that was many, many moons ago. This particular one has been there for 75, 80 years at least. And here's a little sitting area, a little park area, really pretty. And this is a hot water cascade. You can see the water coming off the mountain up there. And then this gorgeous hot springs water. You want to reach in there, Jeff? Check, see if it's still hot.
It always is. I was hoping some unsuspecting soul was coming by.
Just check it.
But as you can see, it doesn't take long to turn your fingers
red. It
red.
is hot. You cannot hold your hand in there for very long.
Grab that one now. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The change down there. It's down there for a reason.
Right?
I grabbed one out a couple years ago. She takes a few.
So, are you the one that's responsible for our corn shortage? This is for all the.
I said I grabbed one out a few years ago. She said, "Are you the one responsible for all the corn shortage?"
Oh, it's beautiful. We love hot springs.
There's a gold doll.
Neat. Neat. Y'all have a great day. And there's the Arlington, guys. She's always beautiful in any weather at any time of year. Stayed there several times. Very quaint. Old hotel still has the old mail slots. The elevators in this hotel actually put you in mind of Tower of Terror if you're a Disney fan. And when you check in, they do not give you a plastic card as your key. They give you an actual old room key, which is also so cool. I think we're gonna stand here under this tree, guys, and wrap it up. But thanks for joining us, Mike Wheeler, Disney Steamboat. Thanks so much for joining us, William and Jillian. And for everybody watching on the replay, we appreciate it very much. We go live on Tuesday nights. We'll go live tomorrow night. Don't forget about that. And we're celebrating 100 subscriptions on YouTube and 200 on Instagram. So we will have some giveaways for you. We go live at 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night. So please join us for that stream. Be ready for some trivia and maybe to win a prize or two. So give us a follow if you enjoy this video on YouTube, obviously, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We're the Hitchhiking Bones. And there's always room for one more. So hurry back. Bye, guys. Thanks.